So we're gonna make some techno. Loading up a new project. So the thing about techno, there are many types of techno. I think that when somebody says, oh, what kind of music? What? Your force recovered from an internal error. Oh boy, I don't know what that is. I'm gonna load up the user template. I think when people say, I heard a techno track, right? And if they're somebody who knows about electronic music and the genres, then they're basically talking about either Detroit style, like early techno, but that's unlikely unless they're an older cat. They're generally talking about a hard kick, a rumble, and some mechanical pulse, right? Let's go to Matrix. My BPM is 138, which is totally fine for this genre. I'm going to load up a drum program, and I am going to load my own samples from my Tech and House pack. So Snowforce, Melodic Techno Toolkit, stereo wave files, one-shot drums. You can get this pack in the description. If I go to note, that's an open hi-hat, or closed hi-hat. I'm going to put that here. Another one, like a ride. That's a good kick. Kicks, snares, and claps, closed, open, and then effects. That's good. I go up to the top. Ah, that's a nice open hat. It's like a rumble kick already. Yep, those are good. That's beautiful. Love it. Okay, let's load some effects. Over here, scroll. Yeah, that's good. That's pretty interesting. I like that. That's weird. Okay. Beautiful. Let's go to the Matrix, and we're going to make two copies of this piece. One is going to be for rumbles, and one's going to be for kicks. So let's do the copy. And this guy here, the next one. Okay, so for techno, we really kind of want some light drums to come in the beginning. It's kind of an intro. You want a little bit of swing in the hats and in the effects or something. You want it to be mostly one bar loops at first to set the tone for monotony. You want a bass line, and you want a little, just like a bit of top. I don't want to say synth because we're not introducing melodic elements yet. There might be a melodic element breakdown before the kick slams back in with the rumbles later on. It's very simple but very effective, right, for dance floor. So let's get some top stuff going. That's nice. Take it out of record for a moment so I can. There we go. That's a nice top note, top loop. I'm gonna make another copy of these drums. And I'm going to use that one for the kicks. In fact, I'm gonna use this one over here for the top. I'm going to put the kicks here. Beautiful. Now, I'm going to copy that to the other one, and I'm going to create a rumble here, okay? I'm going to go to Shift and Clip so I can get to the device. I'm going to go to Effects, and I'm going to start with a delay. Actually, I'll just use the air delay. Whoops. And I'll change the time here to 1/4. Actually, 1/4 dotted would be nice. And I'm going to turn the mix down. Okay, feedback is fine. Go to the next one and add a reverb. Spring reverb? Okay, sure. Long mono, long stereo. Well, let's listen to a few of these. To be honest, it's too tinny for a rumble. We want the rumble to be bass heavy. So let's go regular reverb. And let's go to effects. No. That's kind of interesting, actually. That's good. Let's turn the mix down. Let's widen it on the output, and let's turn up the ambience. Now, let's add a filter, so we can take all these highs out of there. Beautiful. Turn the drive up, just a tad, not a lot. Resonance down. That's a good one. Let's put a pumper on there. In dynamics, pumper. And in the pumper, we're going to turn the depth down just a tad. Release shape, let's mess with that a little. All right, okay. Ready? Okay, now you can hear that the volume is quite different. So on the main channel, let's add, oops, a limiter. And get it to almost reduce. And then we'll just bring the volume down. Okay, now we don't want that to come in quite yet. So let's copy this down too. And then the first one here, let's delete that. Both of these, copy and copy. So now it starts off with just the hats. Matrix, add plugin. What are we going to use for baseline? Let's go shift and note. Let's go to E. My note configuration, okay, is scales. Whoops. Scales start on root, and then the root note, which in this case is E, natural minor. Okay. Actually, for some techno, we could go to some Phrygian or something, but let's just start with this. I'm going to go shift and down 2 octaves so that my main bass is here. Now, Jura, I don't know about this. Maybe so. Let's try it. All I'm going to do is just one note. like a drum, pretty much. Okay, stop all. I don't know. Let's try a different plugin. Let's try Bassline. I think this is going to work, but I think we need to stretch all these notes out a little. Let's go to Grid, select all, edit end. Actually, that's pretty beefy. I'm gonna there we go. Let's save this project. Snow Force, Melodic Techno Toolkit, projects, Tracy Polyps, Strawberry. Okay. Let's set some of these guys to their buses. Number 1 is the rumble. We're just going to call that sub 1. Number 2, I think I'm going to leave. Number 2 is just the kick. I don't ever want to add any effects to that really, so I'm just going to leave that at output 1 and 2. Number 3 goes to sub 3 for this. And okay, we're moving. All right, rumble. Plugin could use a little boost, so let's go to harmonic and add a clipper drive, and then we can just go back and adjust the volume. Shift and save. It's still a little hot. Okay, let's make a copy again. Let's delete. Okay, let's bring in another plugin. This is going to be like a melodic top part coming up. And I like that. go to mixer. Let's put some granulator. Might as well. There we go. Give it a little bendy weirdness. Back to launch. Shift and save. Okay, well, let's copy that, and let's copy this. Okay, now, on this clip that just came in, this guy here, let's shorten it. Let's okay. What we're going to do is we're going to select all of this and delete. And let's shorten it to 2 bars. There we go. And let's copy this. And we'll go back to these top notes here. And let's add that. Hold on. And let's mess with that sample. Bring the level down a little. And also, let's add a filter on there to take away some of that sizzling high. Shift and save. Matrix. Alright, we're pumping now. Copy that again. But this time we will take the other, we should be color coding these. No, let's add a snare. I like that one. Now what we can do for this guy is we'll add a bit. Well, let's see. First, let's raise the volume. Just a tad. And then let's add a bit of delay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add the multi-tap delay. Let me solo this. Bring the mix down. Let's take out messing with the delay offset, the delay time. The delay, the delay in the echo. Bring the pan down just a tad. Entirely happy with that. No, I'm not. Regular air delay. Let's go to dotted quarter notes. Bring the mix down. Make a copy of that, put it here, but let's copy this one, but let's get rid of, what happened? Nope. Let's get rid of the ride. That one. Shift, grid, shift, delete. That way the snare's still there. Let's add another. Well, let's copy. Let's get rid of kick drums. Let's copy this with no top notes. Plug in. This time, let's do clouds. No, I like that knocked. There's some gems in there. Make sure everything's timed correctly. Okay, looking good. Let's make another copy. Wasn't quite right. Let's find some. go to launch. Edit. Let's take a snapshot. Beautiful movement. All right, I'm gonna save this. Hopefully this gave you some tips on how to do movements and how to set things up. From this point, if you get what I just showed you down, you will get good results and you'll be able to work these things out on your own. Hopefully, hit me up at snowmetaluniversity@gmail.com and you can talk to me about anything. I would love to hear from you. It's getting to the point where I can't reply to all the comments anymore, which is kind of sad, but also happy for my channel. Go to the link in the description and get the melodic techno and melodic it's basically a techno and a house collection. It's good for this. Also, that just go to the website and look around. There are a lot of free and paid resources, and I'm about to send out one of the 2 emails I send out per year. I very rarely market things, and I always send out free stuff. Love you guys. Be blessed.
Flashlight rays caught in the headlights of a truck. Seems as a pastime activity. The toxicity of our city. No! What do you own the world? How do you own disorder? Disorder! No! Don't let me break the sacred silence! Sacred silence and sleep. Somewhere between the sacred silence and sleep. Disorder! Disorder! Disorder!